Welcome back to Wolf Hunter's Armory. It has been a little while since I've made videos because I've been working and moving. As you can see, we have a new space to be filming in. So this is going to be where I'm going to be filming from now on. So today, got another budget pistol. This one is the Girsan Regard MC. This is the Gen 4. They also have the standard MC. They've got a Gen 3, Gen 4. They've got a Gold Deluxe Edition. But they're all fairly budget. I think the most expensive one I've seen is the Gold Deluxe Edition, hand engraved, gold plated. That's like $800, a little under. It's like $795 or something stupid like that. This particular one that I bought, I picked up for $539. It is a Beretta 92 clone. This is the Gen 4. What separates the Gen 4 from the Gen 3 is this one has a slide mounted decocker instead of a frame mounted decocker. Which doesn't really bother me. I know some people don't like it up on the slide because it makes grabbing the slide a little bit awkward. And it does for the most part, but it doesn't bother me. Because I'll just grab it. I'll literally grab it from the decocker and pull it back. Whatever. But anyway, now this is their, what they call the competition style or competition model. It has an 18 round magazine with it. It does have beveling around the magwell. Now it's not a flared magwell, but it has got a nice beveling around it. It's got the window so you can actually see your rounds when your magazine is in. So yeah, if you can see that, you can see the magazine spring through that. Maybe you can on camera. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. But so all of the controls on this, as well as being a lightweight aluminum frame and steel slide, it has extremely extended controls. The decocker here is, it's really wide. The slide stop here is very wide, very easy to get to. I'm not sure if you will be able to tell this, but the magazine release button on this thing sticks out way past the grip. So it's made for very easy, very fast manipulations. It works wonderfully. It's very accurate. I really don't know what else to say about it as far as how good it is. I have seen other reviews on it, and a lot of people say that it is exactly as good as Beretta is. It is almost an exact copy, almost. A couple small things. Excuse me, guys. A couple small things that make it different. This does have the finger swells in it. So you've got, they're not really deep finger grooves, but they're noticeable. But they do feel good in the hand. They're not obnoxious or intrusive. They actually fit my hand quite nicely. The barrel and the locking block on this are a little bit different, so they will not swap over from Beretta. Almost everything else, as far as I'm aware, is compatible with Berettas, from the slides, the frames, the grips will fit, the magazines will fit. The barrel is the only thing that will not swap between the two models, the Beretta and the Girsan. These are NATO approved, and I'm guessing that Girsan they either had some sort of an agreement with Beretta, because of the name, the Regard. They knew it was an exact replica. They knew they were going to make it just like the standard Beretta, Beretta 92 FS. And the name Regard literally translates to something stupid like to honor or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but basically it was like they were saying they understood how good the Beretta was and they wanted their own version. I don't know if Beretta let them do that or not, but they did it. They're out there. they've been being produced for a long time now. The takedown on this, as far as I'm aware, is exactly like the Beretta 92. You have a button on this side, and you've got a lever on this side, which makes for those really cool movie action scenes from the 80s where, you know, the cop is pointing at the bad guy, and the bad guy knows martial arts, and he reaches up and takes the gun apart, because it literally is that easy. If you're familiar with the platform, it really shouldn't be that hard to push, slide off. Not that I would try it with somebody pointing a loaded gun in my face, but it is possible, and I think there have been a couple people that have done this before. I'm not sure if the Mythbusters took this on years ago, but I remember seeing videos on TV and online of people trying to see if it was possible to just reach up and pull the slide off, and it is possible with these. So taking this the rest of the way apart, you have your guide rod and your recoil spring. They are separate, and it's not a captive spring. Spring guide rod there. And then your barrel, again what I was talking about the little locking block. Have to pull up on that to pull the barrel out. Because when this is down, the barrel is locked in place there. So as the slide comes back, this pin is pushed on the back of the frame, and that's kind of what releases. That's what unlocks the barrel basically. So the barrel will slide back with the slide until that pops down, and then this right here basically keeps the barrel from going back. The slide goes back, comes back forward, pushes that back up, and unlocks back in. But this is cut a little bit different, slightly different shape than what Beretta uses in theirs, and we can pull that out there and you can see. So again, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see that. I'm going to try to get it as close as possible. This is a new setup, so I'm still working on how I'm getting the camera set up for the best picture. So if this video isn't quite as detailed as some of the other ones I've done, that will change, but it's going to take me a little bit. So bear with me. So let's get this back together. And the cool thing about this system is that once you put it back together, you can see the lever is down. As soon as it's pushed back into place, it locks itself in, and you're good to go. Now, the trigger on this is, in my opinion, exceptional for a budget gun. It is a little bit heavy. I believe it's somewhere probably around an 8-pound pull and double action. It is kind of long and heavy. It's nothing that you're not going to be able to overcome. It's not some exceedingly heavy 10-12 pounds. It's somewhere between 7 and 8 pounds. It's not horrible at all. In single action, it's about 3.5 pounds maybe. I mean, it's stupid light. Not quite as light as my 1911s. You have a little bit of take up there, and it just breaks. It's very nice. And then reset right there. So it does have a little bit of travel to get to the reset. It's not super short reset. It's definitely not as long as some that I've seen either. But for a $500 budget gun, so it was under $550, it was $539, I think is what I paid total. Out the door, it was around $539, $540. So for the feature set that you get, and mine only came with one magazine, It does come in a hard case. I mean, you get your manuals and all that good stuff with it, but it comes in a hard case with the one magazine, $500. It's really not bad considering the price of an actual Beretta. Can range anywhere from $800 to $1,400 depending on what model you want, especially if you want the competition model. Girsan also makes a model of the Regard that is optics ready. This one is not. But they do have a model that is optics ready. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a company out there that will do an optic cut on this, but it's really not necessary for me. I'm not going to be, modifying my budget guns all that much. The sights on this are just 3-dot sights. I don't know if you can see that there. Just your standard 3 white dots. The sights are adjustable, but they are drift adjustable. So you would have to, loosen a little screw, drift it left or right to get it zeroed. But right out of the box, for me, this thing has been absolutely accurate. I did 15, 20, 25 yards. I'm hitting, soda cans with it, which is perfectly accurate for anything that I would be doing with it. When I do eventually find a good place that I can go and do some shooting videos for you guys like I've been promising you, I'm still looking around. Every time I find a place, something happens and I'm not able to use it, or I can't use it at the time that I have access to it. I'm going to try to get that fixed. I'm going to see if I can't, kind of rent some space, a field, and just use it whenever I need to do some videos for you guys. But most of the stuff that I'm going to be shooting at, I'm going to be doing some armor testing. I do have some armor plates. I have got some barrier penetration tests because I have guns and calibers that a lot of people don't compare or don't show the power of. So I know there was one YouTube channel a while back, and I don't think they've posted anything in a while, but it's called the Penetration Channel. And they would take things like 9mm, 40, 45, 357 SIG, and put them against various materials and see which one would penetrate the furthest. I kind of plan on doing something very similar. I think, who was it? There's another big YouTuber, and I can't remember his name right off. He did a penetration test with like a frying pan, where he did 22s, 380s, 9s, all the way up to 45s. And I kind of plan on doing the same thing, but I also have other calibers that I'm going to do. I've got 22 long rifle, 22 magnums. I've got the 5.7s, 9s, 380s, 357 SIGs, 40s, 45s, 10mm, 357 magnums. And I've got some rifle rounds. I've got a couple 22s, 300 blackouts, 7.62 by 39s, and maybe even some shotgun stuff. So I'll be out trying to do some more entertaining videos than just you guys sitting here watching me run my mouth and say a bunch. Again, I'm still new to this. I'm getting used to it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would like to see, and let me know how I can improve my videos for you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.